watching headlines now and on to some national news. Well, the Pakistan Foreign Secretary today said that you cannot link religion with terror. Salman Bashir was responding to a question on Hindu terror, and the Indian and Pakistani foreign secretaries met after a gap of nearly 6 months in Bhutan last night.
Breaking the ice after a late-night 90-minute meeting in Bhutan, the Indian and Pakistani foreign secretaries sounded cautiously positive this morning. Government sources say the talks made good progress on the path forward for the dialogue, where India again proposed a step-by-step approach by dealing with less contentious issues first, like Sir Creek, trade and people-to-people contact. That's despite the sparring over the Samjhauta case. The Pakistani side also played down their own comments on Hindu terror on the eve of these talks.
We had a good meeting. It was a useful meeting. We were able to discuss a number of issues of relevance to the relationship between both countries. It was not a discussion dominated by one issue, but we talked about the process and to chart the way forward, what the best modalities would be.
This meeting was about how we proceed ahead in terms of the engagement. So, if you want to get into specific issues, this was not an opportunity, really.
The two foreign secretaries will now report back to their governments, and dates are expected to be finalized for the Pakistani foreign minister's visit to India. In New Delhi with Nidhi Razdan, Bani Singh Chadda, NDTV.
Well, Pakistan's former President Pervez Musharraf has been today named as an accused in the assassination of ex-Premier Benazir Bhutto. Musharraf, who has been living in self-exile in Britain since early 2009, was named as an accused in the interim charge sheet filed by the Federal Investigation Agency in the Anti-Terrorism Court in Rawalpindi, according to the state television. Now, a report by a UN commission that probed the Bhutto's assassination had blamed Musharraf for failing to take adequate steps to provide security to the former premier. Bhutto was killed by a suicide attacker in Rawalpindi in December 2007 during an election rally there. Musharraf was then the president of Pakistan. And the United Nations inquiry report into the assassination of Bhutto that was released on the 15th of April in 2010 had blamed the then Pakistan government headed by Pervez Musharraf. The report said that the responsibility for failing to protect Bhutto lies with the Pakistan government, and that then the Pakistan government headed by Musharraf failed to protect the ex-Prime Minister or investigate Benazir's assassination. It said that the Musharraf's government was fully aware of threats to Benazir Bhutto and that the Pakistan government was not proactive in neutralizing threats to Bhutto. Moving on to news from the sports quarters. Well, it's a major setback for the Indian team before their World Cup campaign. Fast bowler Praveen Kumar has been ruled out of the tournament due to an injury. Praveen had returned home during the ODI series against South Africa after he had aggravated his elbow injury. Now, despite that, he was included in the final 15 squad for the World Cup. He was undergoing treatment at Bangalore's National Cricket Academy, after which he went on to England. His replacement will be named very soon.
They've got to back up at times.
In challenging the young minds and quizzing them on mechanics, electricity, optics, or even the structure of a cell, it's something school children in our city seem to lap up as though it were just a pizza treat. Well, the inter-school science quiz contest organized by the Hindu and the Satyabama University had the students in their best element. Zoya Thomas has this report.
Element that contains atomic number 97. It was discovered in the year 1950. It's named after a university town in the United States in California. Which element gets its name from this?
Well, you may or may not know the answer to that one, but nearly 2,000 students from 160 schools showed that a science quiz is right up their street. At the second edition of the Hindu's NIE Catalyst Quiz, students of class 9 to 12 had done their homework and battled it out for the top spot.
It has been tough for me because we are in 10th standard, but we have been preparing, and also I wanted to do better than last time. We came third last time and we have managed to do that, so I'm happy.
And the quiz was not without fizz, because at the helm was Quizmaster Giri Balasubramaniam, also known as the Pick Brain. It was engaging, interesting, and had the young brains ticking away. A format that included tiebreakers but did away with negative marking was just what the students wanted. And when the 6 finalists batted heads, the quizmaster himself was impressed.
Any quiz in Chennai shocks a quizmaster. I mean, that's an initial reaction that I would have. Science is also a typical Tamil Nadu forte. So the combination of the two can be lethal, and that's what it was today.
And last but not the least, more prizes all around came as the icing on the cake, rounding off a delightful day for all the participants. In Chennai with Zoya Thomas, Chandy Thomas for Ndtv-Hindu.
And that's all from me at the moment. Coming up next is Ungal Sevi. Stay tuned for your news in Tamil. Thanks so much for watching.